Welcome to the FX. Here we're looking at the US dollar. The low here at 80.50 is kind of the last station out of town here, because as resistance, then we need to start looking at this in a bearish view here. But as it stands, we still need to accommodate it as being a wave too low through here. But a breach of this, or this is resistance here, would certainly give us due course to look much further down. I mean, being the retested resistance under the 81 here created the bearish bias to start with, but this would, of the next degree higher, this would blow that out into a bigger pattern to the downside. But as it stands here, we need to be a little bit careful here, because all the markets can turn from this point here. We're expecting the Australian dollar to finish wave 5, above the 90. When we look at the euro here, for instance, we've been treating this as an A and a B and a C to the upside here. The supply and the resistance is really in this block here. So it can turn from here and work lower from here. But also, I mean, I'd expect it to to react to the supply levels up here anyway. So we may just get an A and a B and a C here, and then a move up through here, and then the count would look like this here, which we looked at the other day in terms of 1 and 2 to here, the 3, the 4, and the 5 up to here, then an A and a B and a C, and then further upside. So we need to keep this count in mind as well. That's what we're sort of working with. In both cases, that we'll be looking at 5 waves, 3 waves, and 5 waves. So it still needs to work itself into a corner, but that 80.50 on the US dollar index is critical. So the Australian market here, the wave 4, and we're looking for wave 5 up yesterday. That's coming into play now. You can see that the strong move here is obviously the third wave, so that makes wave 1 here and wave 5 about the same size, and would be looking at 90.50 is the closest, largest number there. So drilling into here, I'll just see if I didn't have a better count. Well, anyway, I don't have it counted, but look, anyway, this is all corrective here. So expect 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 up to here further. Okay, so this is a retest of the 90.30. It hasn't really touched it, but in terms of trading, you would just take this high out here. Okay, and the stop would come under the last low here to get further up through to here. Because the correction's quite big here, that's like a nice accumulation process. So we should be able to take that distance here, this distance here, and actually put it up to here. So we could go higher than the 90.50. Now the Euro Australian, we were looking for wave 4 up through here yesterday, as you know. Smart traders would have used 52.72 as a retested resistance to short. Otherwise, we were looking for to short a break of 152, and you want to hold that until you get to 150 here. Now, wave 5 here, technically it needs to breach the low of wave 3 here. Now, this situation here could get a little bit sort of larger. Now, I can see that we're getting 5 waves down to this point here, so we may get 5 to here, but we also may get this situation where we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 and go much lower through here. Okay, so I'm not quite sure about that, but what we need to do is we need to trade to the 150, get out, because there'll be some sort of bounce, and then we look for, well, what kind of pattern that we're getting here, and then also if we get resistance under the 150, then we can move in short from that area there as well. So just drilling in here, there's a couple of ways to count this here. I've just counted it down for 1 and 2 here, then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for the third, the fourth, and the fifth wave coming into this area through here. So I can see that from the fifth wave here too, we've got wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, 4, and 5 would bring us down about here somewhere. So yeah, even getting out at the 50-50 here would be fine as well. Yeah. Okay. So the yen crosses the pound yen and the euro yen. The yen is basically got the same wave count as the S&P 500. So we're counting 5 waves up. The same as I'm just going to go to the euro yen first here. Actually, it's a bit easier to count to view anyway. So up for 1, back for 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave, the fourth wave, and the fifth wave. So exactly the same as the S&P 500. So look, we're looking for a top, and it could be in play here, but we still need to wait for this ABC correction across the 140. Sorry, this not 140, 140 there, thereabouts. Look, anyway, we're looking for some type of correctional pattern here, which will take a session or two to work out. We may even get a new high up to here, and then an ABC across here. But we want the ABC to mature, and then we'll look at going long from that point there as well. All right. It's the same with the pound yen as well. It's just on a smaller scale through here, and we're looking at wave 4 here, and I was just trying to pull apart wave 5 here in terms of the one to here, B wave, C wave for 2, looking for the third wave up here. And look, that may very well be the third wave on the top here, and the fourth wave here into here, and the fifth wave, over to here somewhere like this here. Okay, so we're still looking for a high, because we can't confirm this has started to the downside yet. And in fact, if I took that onto 5 minutes, I can just have a look here. Okay, the 5 minute, this particular pattern here is in 3 waves, so eventually that will be taken out. So we're still looking for a high here, but I can see this 1, 2, 3, 4. Look, if that 16872 becomes a retested resistance, then you're going to get a larger pattern to the downside. But look, we're just still looking for a high that maybe it is. Let me just have a little look here. Yep, that can be it, because we've got in the third here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we've got 5 here, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. So a nice third wave here. We've got, this is wave 1 into either here, an A and a B and a C for 2, or we could have wave 1 to here and wave 2 to here. Not that it matters, because we've still got 3, we've got 4 here, and we've got the fifth wave here. So there could certainly be the high in there, but it doesn't really matter, because we're looking for that ABC correction, okay, which will take a couple of sessions, and that's why the high in the S&P 500 is critical. The 80.50 in the US dollar is critical. So all those markets can turn on that dime right here and right now. So, alrighty, that's it. Cheers.